Welcome, everybody, to New Orleans and the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the Allstate Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before the national championship game. We'll find out here today which side has the toughness and the depth to keep driving toward that ultimate goal, the chance to raise that gold trophy over their heads. As we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit, and here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up with a semifinal collision. Return starts from inside the 5. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Florida State Seminoles will get the first crack on offense today. Well, the energy of this building, Coach, is going to pick up as this Sugar Bowl unfolds. As they say in New Orleans, le bon temps roulé. Let the good times roll.
Really one of the more hostile environments, I think, when it comes to bowl games. You know, I've called so many games in here. Think about the history. Going all the way back to 1935, they played the Sugar Bowl right here in New Orleans. I think a lot of people have associated this bowl game with the SEC. But as we've seen since the start of the playoff, teams like Washington, Ohio State, Clemson, among others, have made this trip down here to the Bayou.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Crossing the 35. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. And now the handoff. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. The offense has a 1st and goal now. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Here's a handoff on 1st and goal. And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line.
I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is...
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. We come out of the playoff game with no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense. But they did not hesitate. They set the tone early, and now they got themselves a lead.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So Kansas State's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Get some space and on the 30. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a 1st down. So quickly up to the 35-yard line for 1st down. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. A completion makes it 2nd and short. Ball handed to the running back. And he'll get the 1st down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing that he's potentially capable of doing it.
Again, makes it 2nd and medium. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on their ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
The Wildcats will have to kick this away. First part of the game now, looking to pin him back deep. And no chance for a return as the punch sails out of bounds. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Trying to extend the play. That's reeled in. It's Page. Play moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Handoff from the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Crosses the 10-yard line. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Seminoles. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes the catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Wildcats offense back out on the field. The last drive, they came up empty, had to kick it away. Can they come up with something here? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think of a run, maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. As we break for the quarter third, Florida State is on top. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37. The gain makes it second and medium. Here's the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. They bring him down after a short gain there. That completion makes it second and medium. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Grab down the middle. It's long. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening now. Spot the ball at the 22. And the Wildcats will come to the line to run the hurry up. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. So now it's third and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the third down call is. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. He stays alive. He's escaping the pocket now. Worked one tackle but couldn't escape. Dropped for a sack. So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be about a 53 it there. Kick is up and no good. Still losing by 14 after the miss.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They make the stop to get the ball carrier down. Important second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Page. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. The ball plays right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Play action fake, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the 1st down. The Seminoles will line up to kick it away. They should be able to pin them back deep here with his first punt. They'll kick it away here. Oh, it landed at the 8-yard line, but a lucky bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, the K-State offense is back out on the field now. Time is running out before halftime. They cut into this now 2-possession lead. Receiver makes the grab, and a timeout is called in the early stage late here in the 2nd quarter. A completion sets up a 2nd down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. So a very makeable 3rd down for the offense from the 29. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Catch made by the tight end. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Kansas State getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. From the gun, he looks for an open man. He makes the grab. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Couldn't find anybody open. He just has to throw it away. So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime here. And it's good. And those 3 points will finish off the 1st half and take us to halftime. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that 1st half. Talk about a 1st half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. That's going to do it for us here at the half. Time to see how this incredible playoff drama plays out. And for that, it's back to Chris and Kirk.
Knowles will kick this deep to begin the second half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Kansas State offense is back out on the field. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught quickly. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Wildcats hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Gives it to the back. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Pass is caught.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Pass complete. It's second down now. And he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. On the run here, taking a deep shot. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down. He'll hand it off. Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. A chance to get right back into this football game. It's first down and goal. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Signs a quick throw. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. It's a second and goal play for the offense. Here's the handoff, testing the middle. The defense all over. They stop him right at the line. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. And he drops back in the gun. Down he goes. A sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
And he knocks that one right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt in the last possession. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Heading left after the handoff. An effective play. Good for a first down at the 35.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Looking to scramble. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Breaks loose at the 45. Brought down after 40. That'll be a first down.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
And the Seminoles pick up enough for a first down here. Ball handed off. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Offense comes up to the line. He might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. You see him able to make the stop after a short gain. As we break for the quarter, Kirk, Florida State is on top. As we reach the end of 3, time is running out in this crucial contest for both these programs to stay alive in the quest for a national championship. Let's check out the game summary before we move on. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Knowles. This offense cannot be stopped. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
An extra point makes the lead 15 in the final quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And Wildcats offense back out on the field. It's hard to win these games just kicking field goals. They need to find the end zone here, some urgency. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. That completion makes it second and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. It's a short completion to the big tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. So a very lamentable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Makes a quick grab. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere. That's a nice conversion here on third down. You got a long way to go, but maybe a little momentum here. Let's see what they can do coming off that nice play.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the runner brought down after just a short gain. Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback drops back. It's a quick grab. A huge hit by the linebacker. A collision of big bodies there. Offense facing a third and short from the 41. Can they make the first down and avoid a tricky fourth down decision? They'll give it to the back. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Hey, it's a nice pickup. You got the first down on the ground. That's a great job. But remember, it's a 2-possession game. You got to pick it up a bit. This defense will welcome those kind of plays all game long because the clock will keep moving. So you got to put that ball in the end zone and try to get the ball back.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Off play action. He's looking to throw. On the junior, gets home, making a sack there.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback. Eighth play of the drive coming up. What a long way to go
snap, looking to throw here. There's a screen pass to the running back. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Great job here by the defense. Third down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this fourth down. Great job here by the D.
Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage. And the Wildcats looking to crank up the tempo a bit.
Hey, it's a nice game here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple of scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
Looking to throw again. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Grab made by the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Drop in back. Looking to throw for the first down. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted. Picked off by the defense. Big takeaway. Now looking for a big return. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. And the defense able to hold him there to a short game. And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Now it's second down. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Fine, getting set up. It's a first down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here. They're trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Taken down, but not before he makes the first down. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now their job gets even more exciting, even bigger. They go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play and be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship. That says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.